Sorry, hey, it's Stacy. We are loving my veteran, and this is walking in my shoes. Technology problems this morning. I'm using my phone, so bear with us here. For whatever reason, the internet decides it's going to reboot at this hour of the morning. Beautiful. So, I was talking briefly about emotions and our emotions and how tough it is for us. You know, we sit here all so often and we talk about their emotions and what we need to do for them, and how we just need to feel better, and we need to change our positive outlook, and we need to communicate differently to make things better for us in our relationship. And we need all those things. We need to learn about positive. We need to learn about all that. And sometimes I sit here and I think that, oh, Stacey, you're the cheerleader, but let's talk about the real things. The real things are more nights than others, I go to bed and roll over on my left side and silently cry because we've had a good day. We haven't had a good day. And something little triggers in a comment's made, like, I'm in my head. Well, I'm in my head too. And some days, I just need you to wrap your arms around me. And some days, I just need you to tell me it's going to be okay. Why am I the one who always has to say it's going to be okay? Why am I the one who's always got to cry inside? Because God knows if you cry on the outside, then it's, ooh, you're overreacting, or suck it up, buttercup, or pony up, or you need to change, or you need to shut off, or you need to let it go, or you need to do. No, there's some days I just need to cry. And there's some moments that I just need to wallow in my pity party because that's what I feel like doing. So tears and pain and anger and frustration, they're all emotions we feel. So if you're going to think that some of the stuff we've talked about before means that all this is going away, it doesn't go away. It doesn't go away. They happen. Problem is that when I get angry, I'm having to learn to sit on my hands and keep my anger bottled up inside, because God knows if I spit it out, we're going to create an episode. So what do you do? What do you do when you're so mad that you get angry at them for punching a wall, and the reality is all you want to do is pick up something and throw it because you're so mad? And it happens. We feel that way. I will give you a piece of advice, though. Don't pick up a dozen eggs and throw them across the kitchen because it's hard to get off the floor. Done that. Not a good thought. But anger is real, and we carry it. And when we keep the anger and the hurt and all that stuff bottled up inside of us, it becomes resentment. And resentment is never good. So you can take this frustration and this anger, and we have it. And we should, and we're entitled to it. It's normal. The problem is that when you live with someone with PTSD, showing those emotions create a firestorm usually. And I just want to look at him and say, will you freaking get out of your head and put your arms around me, because I'm going to have a meltdown. And I know that if I do, we're going to create a firestorm. And don't get me wrong, Carl loves me. and he supports me, and he is there for me, and we can talk when it's appropriate to talk in his time. But it isn't always my time. It isn't always my moment. It isn't always when I need it. The good. You don't always hear the good. You don't always hear the, I'm proud of you. You don't always hear the, you made a tough decision today, and I'm sorry you had to go through that. When you get home from work, or you've had a bad day, or you've had whatever, and you're going to talk about it, it's like the attention span lasts, yo long, and then it gets turned to, well, let me tell you what happened to me. And your feelings get suppressed, and your resentment goes up. We're allowed to feel this way. It is normal to feel this way. It is normal to want him to put his arms around me. It is normal to want to hold hands with him. It is also very normal for me to want to have my space and be allowed to deal with my own doings on my own. But when you do that, you're not communicating. When you do that, you're not talking about things. Okay, so I'm going to talk about it today. I'm going to communicate, and I got 3 words out of my mouth, and you're going to tell me how I feel. And all I want to do is sit there and go, no, bitch, you don't know how I feel. And if you'd shut up long enough and listen, I'd tell you how I feel. So a lot of times we have to take our feelings and suppress them, because if we start, we're going to be told how we should feel, need to feel, kind of feel, want to feel, do. And that doesn't work. We're allowed to feel like doo-doo. We are allowed to be tired. We are allowed to be frustrated. We are allowed to feel pain, and we do. The difference is we really suck it up well. And then, God forbid, you vent to somebody about it. Because people who don't live this don't know it, and they don't understand it, right? And so it's, I couldn't live my life like that. You need to leave him. No, I don't need to leave him, and I'm not going to leave him. Because when it matters, he's here. And 99% of the time, he's here. But there's moments in time that I want to cry. There's moments in time that I am hurt. There are moments in time when all I really want to do is lay down in that bed and let you wrap your arms around me and tell me it's okay. But it's not okay to him yet. Because in his mind, he's in a different place. In his mind, he's pushing that movie back. And in my mind, I just want you to tell me you love me. So I'm telling you that I can sit here and we can talk about all these great positive advices, but you got to understand that my pain is as real as all the rest of yours. I struggle just like everybody else. And by being a community of people that uplift each other, we can get ourselves through the tough times. We can get ourselves through the hard times. That's what we're for. You know, I think about my life. And I think, and I get so angry sometimes. Because God brought me Carl at the right place in my life at the right time. And all I really want to understand is why he wasn't here all along, because my life would have been so different. And I carry my own set of guilt. You know, you think they carry guilt? So do I. So do the rest of you. because I would give anything if I could take that PTSD away from him. And I get so angry at PTSD. And it's hard for me to understand at times that it's not him I'm angry at. It's this God-forsaken PTSD that plays on in the back of his mind. And there are times that I get angry. And I just want it to stop. For him. For me. And maybe that is selfish. Because I don't know. Sorry, I'm like snotting everywhere. Because I don't know exactly what he goes through. But I do know what I go through watching him hurt. I do know that being pushed away when he needs me the most is the most hurtful thing ever. I know that I feel like I can't do what I'm supposed to do when you push me away. You want me to open up to you? You want me to tell you what's wrong with me? Of course, you don't always want to listen to that. You want to be there for me, but then you push me away when you need me the most. It's so frustrating. And these emotions that we feel are so real. When we can't take it away, when we can't make them feel better, when we can't make these things happen, it hurts. And then the hurtful words come out of their mouths. Not necessarily because they mean to hurt us, because they hurt, so the hurtful things come out. Or sometimes the hurtful things come out as a way to push us away because they don't want to hurt us anymore. And I can't tell you how many times I hear veterans say, and I hear their spouses say, he left because he doesn't want to hurt me. Or I'm leaving because I don't want to hurt her. And that's what happens. And that's the realities. And the pain that we feel is real, and we're allowed to feel that. I sit on the couch sometimes, and we're having our discussions or our moments, and sorry, y'all, I'm telling you, I'm an emotional wreck today. We have our moments or our discussions, and in the heat of the moment, or even in a discussion, because we don't get to where we used to get very often. But in the discussion, I may pick the wrong word. Whew, heaven forbid I pick the wrong word. And so then he takes it one way and I mean it another. And when I try to explain that I mean it the way that I meant it, he's so fixated on the wrong word that the whole conversation doesn't matter anymore. And then you just have to sit there and go, yep, I understand. Yep. Okay. And look at him. Say, I get it. Don't say you're right, because that's never a good thing. Why are you telling me I'm right? It's not about right or wrong. Okay, great. It's not about right or wrong. Got it. But because I said the wrong word, what we tried to communicate doesn't exist. And then I feel shut off. And then I feel hurt. And then I feel angry. And then we have the rest of this discussion. And nothing that was in my heart, nothing that was in my head got communicated. Because I knew that it was better to shut up than to create World War III. Than to have an explosion. And it sucks. And it's hard. And we get frustrated. And how do we communicate this anymore? Why are we even doing this? I'm doing it because I love him. I'm doing it because we can do this. We just have to find a different way. I'm doing this because we're forming support groups to be able to share our emotions. Because honestly, they can't get, sometimes they can't take it. Sometimes, honestly, they don't understand our emotions. So sometimes it's better to share them with people who get it, who go through what they do. Yeah, and when you stop, they shut up, and then they get angry, and they say, you shut down. It happens. Them taking self-awareness is really hard sometimes. But it's okay for us to hurt. And I think that's the toughest part for us to get. We're not super women. We're men. We're not the superheroes. We do have feelings and we do have emotions and we do want to be heard and we do want to be loved and we do want to cry and we want to do all of those things. And we should. The problem is when your veteran has PTSD, sometimes those things aren't receptive to them. Sometimes they don't receive them well. Sometimes it just happens that way. And then we feel lonely. And then we feel discouraged. And then we want to cry more. I had to get this out today. I had to share this today because I know that so many of you feel this way. I know that that's the real emotion involved in this. You know, this is not all happiness. And it's not all, let's just get together and walk through the meadows. It's not all that way. There's a lot of pain involved. There's a lot of hurt involved. There's a lot of loneliness involved. But we get through it. And getting through it is what's so important. And it's okay to recognize that we're allowed to feel this way. And that when we feel this way, we're not superheroes. We're humans. We're not superheroes. We're humans. And we got this together. This is what we do. We learn to live in the boundaries. We learn to live with the limitations. We learn to take our strengths and soar with them. And we okay to have that moment of a pity party. That it's okay for that moment to be just that. That it's okay to cry at night. That it's okay to hurt. That it's okay to say I'm fine when you don't mean it. I'm fine. I don't mean it. I said it. I don't know what to mean it. I don't necessarily mean I'm fine. What I mean is I'm gonna be fine. But at this moment I may not be. Because remember, life is full of moments. And we can have that moment of hurt and anger and tears and self-pity and self-need. And that moment we just want to stand with a bullhorn in the middle of the freaking house and scream, what about me? What about me? When do I truly matter? Time out, sit down, shut up, and let this moment be about me. That's what we really want to say. And we'll get there. And we're going to learn together how to get to where we can say, what about me? And it matters. Because we all matter. And I appreciate y'all for letting me vent this morning. I appreciate y'all for letting me have my moment of tears this morning. I love you people more than you will ever know. This group, this passion, this learning to share my story, and this being here for each other, this literally has saved my life. When your entire life is spent, or the majority of your life is spent, taking care of others as a paramedic, and then you're told you can't. And then you don't think you have a purpose. And this purpose was dropped in my lap. This purpose became my passion. I'm not perfect at it by far, but I'm passionate. And I love my veteran. And I love all of these men and women who have given so much of their life for this country. And I hate what it has done to them. And I love and I respect all of you who are here, who are in this moment and fighting this battle and not giving up. And even when they push you away and walk away, even in that moment, I love you because you're strong. And that's what we are. We are humans and we are strong. And together, joining all of us together and so many of these other groups of people who are like-minded together, we're gonna be that voice. We're gonna be that voice united that say, we matter. My veteran matters. PTSD is real. PTSD doesn't just take 20-some lives a day. It steals our family. It steals our happiness. And you want to just funnel it through some system and give it a pill and sweep it under a carpet? Nope, it's time you figure it out and you help us figure it out. That's what it's about. And it's about uplifting each other and saying, you might not be Superwoman today, but we got you. And we have them, and we have each other. So a few little housekeeping things real quick. Y'all, I appreciate you more again than you will ever know. Thank you again for letting me vent and get my frustrations out, because it's just so tough. 3 o'clock today, as soon as I get up here and pray this internet becomes internet, or I'm going to the Wi-Fi place, I am setting up the link for the Zoom today at 3, spouse and caregivers only, no veterans, just to pop in, have a conversation if you need it, uplift, vent, scream, holler, whatever makes you happy. We'll do that. Of course, at 7 o'clock tonight is Let's Talk. That link is on all the pages. It is active. I have double checked it 3 times. It starts at 7, and that is veterans, spouses, family, caregivers, bring the dogs, we all do. Fix your coffee, bring the snacks, bring it all, because that's what we do. Just talk and share and uplift each other. So coffee, snacks, whatever you choose, and join us tonight for Let's Talk. again, it is amazing. We have so many positive things going on. I'm going to try to get all them posted to the pages and the groups now with everything that we're doing and everything that is happening, and just the tremendous support that we're getting throughout this. Hopefully by the end of the weekend, I'll have a bunch more resources and partners listed. There are so many good groups that and support organizations that we need, and there are so many veterans and so many spouses and so many people who are suffering from this that one organization on its own cannot do it. It's going to take everybody coming together, and these people that we love and adore, we don't compete with them. We uplift each other. There's a little secret in the works that we are super excited about that I absolutely cannot wait to share, but I give you a little hint. It's just going to be fabulous, and we're hoping for late spring, and that's all I can go with that, but it is going to be fabulous, and I promise you it's going to be an environment that you feel truly loved and uplifted in. So I'm Stacy. This has been Walking in My Shoes. We are loving my veteran. Like I said, I'm praying the internet will pop back up here in a minute so I can get the rest of this stuff done today, because working without internet is never a good thing. I will talk to y'all later. Have a blessed day. Bye.